That looks better. And then a base. Does that look right? No, that doesn't seem, does it? Wait, yeah. Okay. I'm Mike Dimas, and this is Pinball Shenanigans. Alright, let's just hit the record button and head into the games room. I didn't think I was going to be able to do much more progress on Congo until Tuesday, where I was going to meet my buddy JC at Forked River. But he happened to be in town today. He was going to go to Mana Pinball League in London, which they are on their second week. And Jeff Evans over there just picked up a Dungeons and Dragons. So I really should be over there checking that machine out. But Johnny, today's Thursday, he brought me the goods. This is basically what I need to finish the job. My 2 flipper bats. I went with clear, by the way, for the pop bumper bodies. I know I was teasing on what color I got. I actually didn't get a color at all. I got clear. I did get colored skirts, though. I went with this teal blue, which I believe is the same color that Warren went with his Congo. I think he did the same clear and teal system. So I basically copied your Warren, so thank you for that. Check this out. 44 fire bulbs. These are actually from Comet, ordered from Marco. And I got 3 of them. I got 4 little SMDs on there. I think 1 stays lit, 1 is like red, 1 is maybe orange, 1 is maybe yellow, and the other 3 I think flicker in various different patterns to create fire. So that is the fun lighting I'm going to install into the Volcano. And then this is just some repinning stuff that I was running low on. So I thought I was going to have to wait till Tuesday, but Christmas came early, and I think if all goes well, I should be able to finish off Congo tonight. Okay, I think what I'll do is I'll start with the sort of least exciting, less fun stuff first, which is tightening and aligning flipper bats. It's not my favorite thing to do, but doesn't that look nice? And with these guys installed, it's gonna be pretty friggin' sweet. So I'm gonna do the flippers first. Here's the old ones. Be a significant improvement. And often, you know, the tips get brittle and it does look like a bit of a crack on that guy. That one might be okay. I don't know, that might be a crack too. So then I'll do that. And then I'll do pop bumpers, which usually I dread, but because I got some fun bodies and skirts, makes it more exciting. So I'll do that next. And then last, I will deal with some Volcano lighting. So I'm gonna have to remove this guy, and I might have to add a socket or 2 because I only have 1 socket, and I've got 3 fire bulbs. So we'll see if 3 is too much, if 1 is just right, or if 2 is a good number. So I'll mess with that. And then, then I get to reinstall the rest of the parts. That is also exciting. And then once all is said and done, I'll see if I can make a little base or something for this hippo and see if I can mount him in there. Maybe I'll keep the gorilla in his mouth too. Maybe add a little hot glue, because that's just kind of cute. First thing I noticed is that putting in the new flipper bat, the shaft is like just a micromillimeter thinner. So the old one I had to kind of force out because it's semi-tight. I wonder if I can demonstrate. Nah, won't be very easy, but basically this shaft is a little thicker. That doesn't want to just go in. This shaft, no problem. Okay, so that means that tightening it up is going to be a little bit potentially trickier, but I still got a good bit of space there to tighten things up. So I was just looking at Pinball Life, at this flipper rebuild kit, and it's friggin' $30 US. That's friggin' cheap AF. Next time I'm just gonna buy the damn kit. I mean, I knew I had all these parts around and I should use them, and I definitely leapt it up for this set of flipper rebuilds, but next time around I'll probably just buy the friggin' kit. I'm kind of getting low on parts anyway. But next thing I did was just dremeled the shaft a little bit, just to try and give it a little bit of something extra to grip onto. And then I'll use my spacer tool. You put that like so. Give your bats just a little bit of room to work with there. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. Here's my strategy. Got my spacer tools underneath the flipper bats, and just got them taped down with some painter's tape. So I'll be lifting up the playfield up and down, potentially a few times, just to make sure the alignment is right. And there's actually no alignment holes or pins or nothing on these guys, so I'll just have to use my best judgment and kind of line them up to the lane guides nicely. Try and hope for no ball hop, although there's some adjustment and play in these lane guides here if needed. So we're gonna tighten these guys up and see if they hold. Okay, remember in the last episode I was talking about how I like these particular more modern style pawls, because it has this piece here that's like, I don't know, pressure fit or welded or molded or whatever. But it's got that rather than a Allen set screw, so that when you want to tighten your flipper bats, literally you just need your wrench. And I've got them on pretty tight, but you don't want to crank the friggin' screw right in half there, which I've done. And if you look closely, kind of looks like that screw is starting to curve a little bit, and that happens. But it's so much easier to use this style and not have to be fighting with two tools at the same time in awkward spot. I'd have to push in the plunger, get my Allen wrench right on this guy, and then wrench on this guy. But yeah, Williams figured it out eventually and said, let's improve this design. And they did. And I'm happy for that. So I'm going to turn this nut a couple more times. I think I've got my alignment right. I had it, didn't like it. Flippers were set a little too low, so I loosened everything off. Started from scratch. This time I think I got it. Well, yeah, I think my screw there is bent a little bit, but the pawl's not squished together entirely here. So there's still more room to go. This one, not so much. So maybe I will put a couple more cranks on that. Because if they start slipping on me, then I kind of got to start all over again. So I'll be right back. All right, I got a little bit tighter, but I think I'm gonna leave it So let's have a look. The worst is when you have them perfectly set and then after you tighten them, they move a bit. So let's hope that that didn't happen. Let's get rid of the glasses. Oh, kind of a cool effect from my light that I have underneath the playfield. Okay, flippers, please be aligned. Still. Shit, the left one looks down a bit. Looks down a tiny little bit. But at the peak, they look pretty aligned. So, I'm probably gonna leave it because I'm pretty happy with how that looks. It's just in the resting position. This one looks like it could afford to go like that. But am I gonna fight for that 1/16 of an inch? We'll see, we'll see. I'll do a play test. But don't they look pretty? All right, I couldn't leave good enough alone. How's that saying go? I had to adjust it a friggin' 32nd of an inch. And I'm happier now. So, moving on to pop bumpers. Let's see if we can remember how to put these pop bumpers together. Just got a big bag of parts. This will be the new assembly line. And maybe I should use new ones. I was gonna lep it up and just use these old ones. I mean, they look perfectly fine. But, you know, I'm going through all this trouble. How much does a friggin', what do you call these things? Boot? How much do these cost? Like, really? Pop, bumper, base? I think it's a base. Pinball. I got booper, pop booper. Pop bumper base. Pinball life. 95 cents. Come on, Michael. You don't need to lep it up for 95 cents. Although that comes to about $2 Canadian plus shipping, tax, and duty. So there's $6 right there. Hold on, I'll be right back. Look what I got. A bag full of newbies. And I bought these friggin' probably 100 years ago, so they're probably only like 85 cents way back then. So, not lepping it up. Those are in the trash. And brand spanking new. How do you like them apples? Okay, so let's let's go back to the action here. Let's try and assemble one of these, sort of dry fit one together just for funsies. And then we'll deal with the others later when you're not looking. Pretty excited how these are gonna look. I think they're gonna be pretty friggin' sweet. Especially with the way I did these LEDs. Being at the bottom of the base, it's going to really add some good lighting in that area. So, yeah, well, what's the order of operation here? Let's do like a pretensies. You know, we got this, this, this. I think it doesn't really matter. Because this style of body, it fits in like so. It doesn't matter which goes first in that. But we need like put a spring in a base. We need to attach a body to it, like so. Is that right? No, I feel like no. We need a skirt in here somewhere. Yeah, that looks maybe better. That looks better. And then a base. Does that look right? No, that doesn't seem, does it? Wait, yeah. Okay. Let's start that over again. If you'd think I'd have this down to a friggin' science, right? But I don't. If you do this, oh, so you gotta remember to line up these holes like this, not like that. Actually, it don't matter. Okay. It don't matter. Let's try and really squeeze this together. Now, where do the LED leads go? I think they go down these small holes, not the big ones. Like so. And like so. I need my glasses. I need... What? Why don't you go in your hole? Okay, glasses coming on. I need to find the hole here. And what is your freaking problem, man? This is why episodes take me 3 times as long as they should. This is why, you know, Whitewater was friggin' 400 episodes, because I'm slow, man. Do the slow and steady race and try not to frustrate myself too much. But here we go. Try and get this nice and oriented, nice and low. Like that. Yeah, look at that. There we go. And then it's basically, haha, I got the orientation wrong because this don't fit in the holes. So you get the idea here, you know. I will install one of these guys and then I'll show you what it looks like. There we go. I got one done properly. Everything is lined up and it's looking pretty freaking cool too. So why don't I just keep the ball rolling? We'll time lapse some of this crap. No. The small fatality here. I'm trying to orient the wire and the LED in its position. I broke it. That's the resistor. So I gotta build a new one. So add a whole another episode for that probably. All right, another crisis averted. And there they are, all assembled and ready to be installed. How's everything centered wise? That guy's pretty good. Pretty good. And that might need to be angled just a bit, but I'll do that after I get them installed. Okay, I got this guy installed here. 5 nuts. And I adjusted and cleaned the pop bumper switch. Okay. Next time, remind me though to maybe do the wiring first, because soldering this to this wasn't as bad, but soldering over to here, there's a lot of stuff in the way. And if I didn't put this on first, it would have been a little easier. So that's where my wires went. So let's hope that it lights up properly and it pops happily. All right, let's see what this thing looks like. Top side. pretty good. I'm not going to mess with that LED because I'm going to break off the wire again, but it is relatively flat and relatively center, and that is good enough. So let's turn on the machine, see what this looks like for the first time, and see if it actually works. Hey, there we go. I like it. I forgot it's natural white compared to everything else that is warm white. So that may stand out a little bit like a sore thumb. But I ain't going back now. Let's throw on, I'm not sure which top bumper cap goes on there, but let's just do that for temporary purposes. And see how that looks. Yeah, that's going to be fine. That's going to be fine. That's sort of like, it's waterfalls, right in here. Is this waterfalls? Water's falling down here. Starting up there. There's where it comes down. Hippos are falling down the water. Falls. I don't know why. But, so you got some kind of white water going on there. The white LED with the white rapids, it all ties in nicely. All right, so that took me a little bit because of the wiring mainly. So I'll do the other two and be back with y'all in about 4 hours. Okay, that was easily another hour dealing with these last two pops. But they're all installed. Switch is cleaned and adjusted. All tightened up, wired up, and ready to go. So let's put the playfield down and see what it looks like. All right, I haven't looked yet myself. Ooh, that looks nice. And my LEDs are oriented well. I'm happy with that. Okay, let's fire on the machine and see what they look like. Yeah, that looks nice. I think that's going to be pretty friggin' sweet. It's a little obnoxious right now with no caps. It's bright on the eyeballs. But I think this means, nope, I can't assemble the playfield yet. Next thing we got to do is move on to the fancy Volcano lighting. Very excited about this. When I first got these, looks like 4 little lights in there, right? And I plugged it into my little tester. This is what happened. We got 1 lighting up and 1 flashing. And all 3 did that. And I thought, well, that not all that fiery, it's more epileptic. And I don't really like it. But I'm only getting 4.5 volts on my little tester, and these are 6.3. So, hey, it's about time the star of the show showed up. I hear ya. Where'd you go, Ellie? I know you're in here somewhere. There's still lots of work left, so you didn't show up at the end of the shift again. Where are you hiding? I got 1 meow and then nothing. She could be still upstairs. No. No. Alright, well, when you're done mucking around in here, come help me in the laundry room. So, we tested the bulb in an actual general illumination socket from underneath, and the fire effect was cool. All 4 lit up, and I think it's time to deal with that now. Alright, I hear Ellie again. You hear that? Hey, what are you doing up there? Hi, cutie. Are you working on the workbench? Are you doing office work today? Just doing office work. Oh, I see you got your notepad out. Okay. Well, you know, someone's gotta man the office. Might as well be you. Alright, well, I'll let you have at it. Good job, Ellie. Alright, where was I? Oh yeah, dealing with Volcano. You guys are getting ahead of yourselves. You totally forgot to remind me to test the pop bumpers. I just threw in 4 balls, you dork. How are you not finding balls? Oh, they're all like wedged in there. Okay. Yeah, we gotta test the pop bumpers before we move on, right? Here we go. Hello? Okay, here we go. Alright, it's a big test right here. Oh yeah. What? That I don't like at all. Oh yeah, these guys are active. Yeah. They were not as poppy before, that is for sure. A little adjustment on all these guys and a cleaning. Beauty. But that situation there, I'm gonna have to deal with that. Anybody else know of a freaking Congo? Don't hurt. It gets a ball stuck right there? Like, how is that even possible? I guess if it does, then you just give it a little, tiniest little nudge and it should pop it out of there. So if that happens again, then I'll figure it out, but I'm happy. Okay, I have one last look at the Volcano as is. All right, and now let's mess with it. I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to take this off because I still have connectors connected underneath, but oh yeah, lots of room to work with here. Cool. All right, we can do this live. Okay, that is a nice bright LED, but I've got better, hopefully. Okay, check this out. You ready for it? Let there be fire. Now, see, look what the Volcano looks like just under normal light. It's very orange. We need volcanoes to be red around here. Let's see what happens when we do that. Looks pretty cool. But I think we need more fire. Busted out my sockets to make room for more fire. So I just piggybacked one socket onto the one that was already added on. That was the initial lighting mod. Now I am piggybacking onto it. I can kind of adjust and bend as needed, but a little bit of a wire mess there, but it's better to have too much wire than too little. So let's see if that actually works. See what it looks like right out of the gate here, and then we'll put the Volcano on. I'm just trying to angle it towards this front area, but look, it worked. So there's that. Now for the grand reveal here. Hopefully the Volcano doesn't actually hit the socket. Let's see what happens here. Get that sort of dry fit. Now, we got a little extra fire. I think I'm digging that. Kind of feel like I could afford to add one more, but that might be sufficient. So I shall ponder my life's decisions and report back, but that does look pretty friggin' cool. I think maybe less pop bumper lighting will kind of help to bring that out a bit once all the pop bumper caps are screwed on. But yeah, we've got fire. That's pretty freaking cool. Okay, I've been informed by the boss that it is break time, also known as pet me now, until I'm satisfied time. So I'll be here for a minute. Okay, I did try the third fire LED in this general illumination spot right here, and I wasn't so sure about it, so I just left it the way it is, and we'll see the finished product when I am ready. I gotta deal with cleaning up this ramp first. It's got some ball trail. I've got the ramp protector, and these wire forms are still nice and gold. I'll clean all that up. Probably have to remove this stuff to get underneath there. Clean up that silicone stop, and then the pop bumper stuff, and then I can assemble everything. Okay, I've got the last of the parts cleaned up. These wire forms really in great shape. A lot of the times the plating like just turns to like silver, but it's still very gold. And ball trail is gone. Ramp stop, ball stop, silicone rubbers all clean. And I just got to refer to my photos to figure out the orientation of all these hippos, but I'm gonna install this stuff. Check it out. The table is bare, and I'm only left with a few bits of hardware, but I've been in and out of my hardware bin several times, so I don't think I'm actually missing anything. But here it is. I've got the cross ramp, wire form, the pop bumpers, and all the hippos. And the hippos are like hanging out in the water over there, having a gay old time. So I'm pretty happy with the teal skirts. Kind of accentuates the whole water area, as well as with the white LEDs, but we'll see what that looks like now that everything's installed. Nice clean ramps, more gold wire forms. In the I think first episode I mentioned how the ball gets stuck here in this diverter. Right there. I think I know why now. This ramp won't seat flat like it normally would due to the thickness of this mold here. So I may have to I might have to Dremel out this mold or cut out a piece of it so the ramp can go back down. So that's why I think the ball is getting stuck, because the ramp is forced up like this and it needs to go back down. And before it was wedging something to do that. But yeah, so I got to solve that. We got still a sticky switch to solve. I've got a hippo mod to install, but I'll do that tomorrow, same episode. For now, let's just wrap this up. Let's turn off all unnatural lighting. Let's just go with me, you, and Congo and see what it all looks like. All right, let's dive in for a tour, a little closer look here. Make our way over to the pop bumper zone. I like it. I like it a lot. Fire effect Volcano. Love that. I think it's just subtle enough without being obnoxious. It's not epileptic at all. It's just enough. It really looks friggin' cool. And now I'll throw on my flash just because, see if that makes any difference. This thing really turned out to be a world under glass. The old cliche with the art blades, big Amy in the back left, Volcano, lower playfield, gray gorilla. I love the green ball idea. So we're gonna find out tomorrow. Well, we know she looks good, but we're gonna find out if she plays good. So I'll see you in a few hours. All right, I just put Congo to sleep for the night. And I think I am gonna wrap up this video because I've got a few things still left to do, and knowing me, it could take an exorbitant amount of time. So rather than add that onto the end of this video, which could make it very long, I will wrap it up for tonight. So we'll see you guys on the next one.